I see what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Birdie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now taking a look here at Super Mario 64 HD, you know, a fan-made remake of the classic Nintendo 64 game, Super Mario 64.
Ah, so this is a vintage game from way back there in 1996, I believe, that someone's got hold of and redone in HD, so we're seeing it like we've never seen it before, I might say.
Indeed, I say, you're quite right, old chap. This is, of course, a remake of the level Bob-omb Battlefield from that game, as you can see, and it's largely intact. Not all of the features are here, but I dare say this fan-made remake is rather jolly well done.
So a fan-made remake? My word, how have they done this?
I just don't know, old boy, but I can tell you one thing. This is made in a special engine called Unity, and as you'll be able to see here, it's very faithful to the original game.
Exactly, so what's really happened here is you've got the entire, well, the same, everything's the same as it were as the original, but we've got Mario's rounded, completely rounded, and looking a lot better than he normally did, before.
That's right, because I can't quite get those wall jumps. They're always hard. There we go, that's a wall jump, I say. Now, of course, some things like the wing cap aren't here, and the cannons, I say, would you mind, sir? But, of course, the overall mechanics of Super Mario 64 from back in the day are all present and intact, such as his punches, his jumps, his dives, and all sorts.
Right, so this must have taken quite some time to do, I should imagine.
I would think so, old boy, indeed, and indeed, just playing through the world here brings back many happy memories of times gone by, old chap, of those days.
It most certainly does. Look at those little raising platforms. You just wondered where they were going, didn't you?
Well...
You wonder what was going to happen.
No, actually, I wonder why I kept falling off them in the old days, but it's rather hard to stay on those, you'll see.
I just wondered what was up there.
Of course you fell off of those. Everyone fell off of those,
Then I went up
chap.
and fell off, but it didn't matter. I could still see what was up there, though.
That's right. Now, sadly, you won't find the cannons or the floating island here, but you will find things like the falling water blobs from the sky.
Right, okay, what about the tower there, or the mountain where you go round and round? It's over there, look.
That's right. Again, unfortunately, you're not going to find the king bomb on top of that mountain, but you may find something else up there. Let's go and see the old Trump Dog's lair, shall we? He's not here today, but certainly we can go inside the cage here. Would you mind? Oh, I say! The bomb's got us, old chap. That was nasty, you know. We can, of course, get inside here using, let's see, is it a double jump, perhaps? It is. There we go.
The double jump goes in and gets the coins.
Lovely.
Well, it's looking rather spiffing, isn't it?
It is, I have to say. Now, if you take a close look here, you can see this model of Mario is actually from Super Mario Galaxy, did you know? And I think the Power Star comes from there too, but other things have been made from scratch for this game.
Oh, I see. So they've sort of put this together, taken different things, however they program it or code it, to make it look as good as this.
Indeed, I say. It's quite impressive, old chap. And of course, we are seeing here what could be the early stages of a large fan-made remake project.
Yes, indeed. I think at the moment they've just done this one level. Is this right?
I think so. I think you're right, all right. It's only the Bob-omb Battlefield at the moment, but you can just tell this would have taken hours and hours of work to make, old chap.
Almost certainly must have done, yes, indeed. And you can still actually go around and play and collect coins and things.
And explore just like you did back in the day in Super Mario 64. Now, of course, the question is, how does this stack up to the original in terms of graphics, old chap?
Ah, very good question indeed.
I think it's much better, don't you?
Well, it most certainly is, yes, no doubt about that.
And you may have some footage on the screen now of the original for comparison purposes, as you can see, and there's definitely a big difference here. We are certainly seeing a HD version of sorts of the classic 64 game.
Oh, most certainly. I mean, you can't knock the original for its time. It was very, very good indeed. But of course, everyone wants to see things, better and things like that, you see.
That's right, of course.
This looks much better, there's no doubt about that. It's an exciting thing to look at.
It certainly does, and one of the things that really strikes me about this game is just how well he's reproduced the game mechanics, like the walking, the punching, the jumping and diving, etc. and so forth. It's all very accurate to the original, you know.
It most certainly is, and as I'm watching it, I'm just thinking, there probably is room for another game like this.
Yes.
From Nintendo, a brand new game.
I think you're right, Joseph. This is, of course, a format that Nintendo have not really revisited since those old days. I mean, we had Mario Galaxy and Mario Sunshine, but neither are quite the same as Mario 64, old boy.
Well, exactly. I mean, look at the feel of this. You want to play it. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's classic Mario, old chap, I tell you.
It's
classic Mario.
Classic Mario.
I wonder if the warp works. Let's have a look, shall we? It does!
Right,
the warp works, Mario.
The warp works.
And let's face it, who walked up the mountain? Everyone took that warp. Come on.
I walked up.
Didn't you? You walked up, are you sure?
I walked up. I just hid in there to stop the little things bashing you.
But you can't hide in there without warping, old boy.
Oh, I could.
Oh, you could. Perhaps you didn't stand there long
yes.
enough, old chap. No, I think there was a timer on it. Anyway, we are on top here, but the big king bomb is not here. But we do have a big old bouncy spring pad. Let's see where this takes us, shall we, old chap?
Right, let's see.
Howdy-ho. Oh, my word. There we go. I say, quite the view there, fellows. My goodness. He didn't die. I'm surprised.
Oh, look, there's a cannon over there. A big cannon.
That's right, of course, this is the pink bombs. You'll see in the original game, the pink Bob-omb buddies were locked in combat with the black Bob-omb buddies, and of course, the king bomb was terrorising the whole region.
He was, yes, I remember, yes indeed. You had to sort of work your way around him, right behind the big King Bob'em at the top there, grab hold of him from behind, sort of lift him up, and then throw him, and then he dump, and then you have to get round
What's
him
how we
again.
make, old chap?
He's a dump like that.
Dump.
You see, and then you'd have to do that, I think, 2 or 3 times. And
That's
in
right.
the meantime, he'd go boom, 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 boom.
Precisely,
He sort of
precisely.
rocked from side to side like that.
He would do just that, and of course, once you've done the said
And you always wondered though how Mario could pick him up because he looked like he weighed about 3 tons.
But Mario's quite a strong fellow, so well, there's mushrooms, of course, over in the pasta. It does wonders for your muscles, you know.
Why? I'm getting into this now.
I'm getting smashed to pieces by falling water balloons from the sky, old chap. This is completely uncouth, you know.
Did that falling water balloons? I don't remember those.
Yes, they were in the original, but I don't remember them being quite as accurate as in this one, old chap.
No, so if we could pick up the little bomb-on chap there and throw him, what happens?
We can punch him. I don't remember picking up, old boy. We can
Can't
certainly
throw-
punch him away, I think. There we go.
Punch him and he blows up.
He blows up indeed, I say.
You get the coins and everything. Rather good, isn't it?
Indeed, fellows, all the mechanics are here, although sadly one of my favourite power-ups, the wing cap, is not in this particular version, but who knows, perhaps it'll appear in a future outing.
Well, it's not here at the moment, no, but you know, as you say, could it come along soon? So, can sort of anyone just go and try this out now then?
I think so, boy. You can, of course, go and try this game out right now. It's a download on the chap's website, and although it's not official Nintendo, it certainly is very, very faithful to the original.
It most certainly is, yes indeed.
I can't get that rotten coin, old chap. Oh dear, oh dear.
That's a silver coin. I think.
It's a blue coin. There were 3, you'll see. There were 5, I think. There you go. I got it, old chap.
Did you get 5? Oh, good.
5 coins, indeed. My word, Vales, this certainly does take me back a few years to the old days of Mario 64. And if you ask me, Nintendo have never really made a game quite like Mario 64, old chap. Since then, you know.
The Nintendo 64 was a groundbreaking game in its day, not just for Nintendo, but for the entire gaming scene. And I can remember, you know, just people, kiddies just queuing up.
Oh, yes.
You queued up in, we had Toys R Us then.
That's right, of course,
And
yes.
you just queued up in there to try and have a go of it.
Of course you did, because it was all the rage in those days. There was nothing quite like it. And I tell you, those water balloons weren't that accurate, goodness me.
No, and
But
we
anyway,
were fortunate, we got one quite early, see?
we did. I wonder if he's putting the death mechanic. Let's see, shall we? What happens if Mario gets, unfortunately, shall we say, knocked out, old chap?
I don't know.
Let's find out. I'll touch this balloon like that. That does 2 hearts per hit, you know, or two segments, if you will.
My
And
goodness.
I think he's going to get blown up shortly. Goodbye, Mario. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.
All right.
Oh, and that's it.
Oh, he's out. So what happens
No,
when he's
and
out?
Bowser does appear, of course. There you go, Vanilla.
Bowser appears as he did in the original, yes indeed.
But sadly, you don't get transported back to Princess Peach's castle, not yet. But perhaps in a future outing, who knows?
Well, yes, I wonder if they will extend it to the entire game. Big project, I should imagine.
For one person, that's a very large project indeed, old chap. But for now, Fadales, you have a very fun tech demo to play around in here, experimenting with Mario's physics and generally taking in the dose of nostalgia that this remake provides.
It provides a lot of nostalgia, and no doubt a lot of the chaps and chapettes watching will agree with us when we say that there is room for another game like this from Nintendo. I think it'd be very, very popular indeed.
I certainly agree, old boy. Certainly, if they were to remake the classic Mario 64 formula, this may indeed be something Nintendo fans might like to see. I know I would, old boy. I'd be queuing up to buy it on day one, old chap.
We'd be queuing up to buy it, yes, we'd be there and be pushing out the way. But the thing is, you see, I wonder though, perhaps Nintendo don't want to go back there. Maybe they're scared of going back to those sort of routes.
Who knows? I hope not, old chap, because certainly I did enjoy Mario Galaxy, but for me it never did have the original sort of feel that Mario 64 had, old chap. But don't get me wrong though, Mario Galaxy was a very good game, I think.
Yes, it was. Oh, yes, it's not a bad game at all, I suppose, no.
There you go then, Fails. A rather interesting look at Super Mario 64 HD. Do you think this game deserves the HD tag, old chap?
Well, I think it looks to me to be very, very good indeed. I think, why not?
I think so. Certainly it does have a very sharp and overall pleasing atmospheric aesthetic to it. It's very vibrant looking, very sharp graphics on the characters, and of course there's just something about seeing Mario walking around like that in HD which we never could see back in the day.
Well, most certainly, is there something about the way he walks and in these environments? I think it's just got something, it's got the edge on the 2Ds, I think.
Do you think so, old chap?
Well, I think so, yes.
You prefer this to the 2Ds, do you? I see. Well, there you are, Fails. Perhaps Nintendo's crowning moment of glory in the Mario series, or perhaps just a forgotten relic for others. In either case, this has indeed been Game Chat Buddy taking you through Super Mario 64 HD, a fan remake. Thank you most kindly for joining us, I say.
Oh, yes.
And we look forward to seeing you once more the next exciting, goober-stomping, peach-saving outing. Well,
Yes.
sort of. Until then.
Yes!
Yahoo!